Hello everyone, how's it going? So Soulja Boy is at it again. So for context, in 2018, he was basically reselling AliExpress, Raspberry Pi, Chinese consoles to his audience. Nintendo ultimately just shut them down because it had illegal software on it. It had Sega, Nintendo, Konami, all these games, but the number one company you do not screw with is Nintendo. Nintendo and Disney are two of the biggest companies you never want to screw with. And Nintendo took the consoles offline. They took his website down, everything. But he's at it again. So Soulja Boy reveals new handhelds that's just a clone of the Retro Pocket Flip 2, Pocket Flip 4. This is not any kind of official licensing deal. He does not have permission to rebrand our products and sell them as his own. That comes from the official website of the people who manufacture this product. And you can see down here, a lot of people are just mocking him. With Daniel Ackman. Thank you, Soulja Boy, for releasing an affordable console. That's actually true. That is the most affordable version, even with a price increase. But regardless, it's just like, you've done this before. Like, are you doing this for notoriety? Because this doesn't win you any points. People are just going to endlessly mock you. Even if you get like maybe a handful of sales, it's not going to cover the lawsuit that you're likely going to have, because I'm pretty sure Retroid is stationed in the United States, which means you could also be subject to a lawsuit. I believe he's a United States citizen. Regardless, Nintendo was easily able to take his stuff down. So, and by the way, a lot of people didn't receive their consoles even though they paid for it, which is also fraud. So yeah, a lot of stuff has just been happening, and you can see here's the console. It's $209. It looks literally like it has the GameCube coloration with the buttons and even with like the yellow C-stick and everything. So this literally looks like a AI video of a handheld GameCube. I don't know. It's just what it is. Like, a lot of consoles like this are being sold right now, which it confuses me because they always perform poorly. They never really emulate that well. It's just not worth it in my opinion. But regardless, with retro game booming right now, because a lot of people are sick and tired of the modern gaming scene with all the dark patterns and horrible business practices, not to mention the mediocre games that don't really take advantage of new technology. They just release kind of the same thing over and over, not to mention the stale stories that are afraid to offend anyone. Yeah. But yeah. You can see here from the source article, Soulja Boy reveals new handheld exact clones of Retroids. While I did not think I would be writing about Soulja Boy again, this craze started 6 years ago in 2018 when Soulja Boy started white labeling Chinese retro handhelds as his own with extravagant premium price tag. Basically dropshipping retro handhelds on his own and his own brand name while slapped on top triple the price. I don't get why he's doing that. Like, you can easily just open a shell company. Granted, anyone could track down a shell company very easily. It just says who owns this company, who owns this company, who owns this company. But literally, dropshipping has become such a major issue, along with OnlyFans scams and botted accounts that use the new X premium tier, where they just pay for like Meta Premium, but X Premium for like a month, and then they start to like just go on a warpath with a lot of people. Like, I'm pretty sure like 90% of Twitter right now is just bots who are using it for dropshipping scams, OnlyFans scams, all of this, using the premium sub tier, which boosts their account in the algorithm. It's just such a nightmare right now. I mean, granted, people found ways to bypass this by using the community notes feature, which is actually a really good system, but regardless, it's just like you give Elon your money, you put an ad up, and then it gets community noted, so he still wins in the end, because even though people are calling out these scams, he's still getting paid for all these horrible ads that are basically trying to steal your information. The second I see something advertised on Twitter or Meta, I just don't pay attention anymore, because 9 times out of 10 it's a scam nowadays. Even on YouTube, like, I have YouTube Red. I've had it for like over 5 years. I can't go back to the ad supported system because I saw on Reddit all the horrible ads are there. Not to mention like the GTA scams, like a lot of them trying to make you install malware. Like, if you ever see a game if you use the regular YouTube, do not install it. It's just like, it's coming a nightmarish hell right now. He then partnered with a known company known as TRDR to white label old original Retroid Pocket with AI assistance in 2021. The company called out for his hop on a call with them and was even shamed by Soulja Boy himself in 2021. There's the video. I can't play it because I'll get copyright claimed or striked. I don't want to take that risk unless you're big with millions of subs. This happens a lot to smaller channels. However, now in 2025, Soulja Boy is back at it, would take full advantage of the retro gamers with a handheld that is the exact clone of the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 and the Retroid Pocket 4. First spotted on Instagram under his gaming account Soulja Game, it showcases the Soulja Boy himself holding the Retroid Pocket Flip 2 with his own background, while mentioning it has Sonic, so you open a lawsuit with Sega, TikTok, Instagram, and everything you need. I don't think that Meta would be able to sue him because those are free apps, but I'm not a lawyer, so enticing viewers to visit. I need my money back for this one I ordered in 2019. That's what I need. Yeah, people ordered these consoles, never got them, which is fraud, so take that for what it is. I don't know why he hasn't been sued to the ground for that. There's probably legal matters that I'm not aware of. That's why lawyers get paid the big bucks. It also shows other applications installed in Nintendo Switch emulator. Okay, so Nintendo again, which will literally say, how many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? And then they're just going to come out and say, okay, DMC that. Oh yeah, you did this to us again. We're going to this time be even harder on you. Like, Nintendo does not fuck around with this stuff. Like, Disney and Nintendo, they're two companies you never ever want to mess with. Which, as you know in our review, the Pocket Flip 2 cannot emulate well. Driving his website listing, you can see images directly stolen from Retroid themselves, so they can sue him with their logo photoshopped on top of it. That's another lawsuit. The price is inflated over double, coming at $436.50. Dude, why not just sell it at $450 at this point? Compared to the Retroid official pricing of $209, this is over double the exact name for the exact product and specifications. Classic dropshipping move. I've worked for Retroid for many years and I'm in contact with them regularly, so it surprised me. I brought to the social team's awareness and they quickly replied with, I didn't know about this. This is not any kind of official licensing deal. He does not have permission to rebrand our products and sell them on his own. The Retroid Pocket Flip 2 is patented in the US by ourselves, so yeah. I'm no lawyer from my standpoint. Seems like an illegal business move from Soulja Boy, especially seeing Indeed branding and selling this as its own. It's not abnormal for old Chinese retro manufacturers to sell out licensing of their own shells or design. It seems that before the white label devices, it's over AliExpress. However, it felt wrong, as I know Retroid values their products and community deeply. So this is literally just a Nintendo Switch Lite. But yeah. And it's also fairly new through the Retroid Pocket 3/3 Plus. Who comes up with these names? Which Soulja Boy is also selling for a whopping $207. Is a few years old now. You can literally get a Nintendo Switch Lite for the same price. Like, even with the price increases, you can get a vastly superior product in this. As he is doing it, I don't know. Likely a sign of desperation. No Retroid will pull up a legal battle with this one because probably illegal in the United States, where they have license held. At least at the time, he's trying to show half a decent product. I love the Flip 2, but it's not enough to pay $400 for some rapper who put their logo on it. I'll keep you updated with more information. So yeah, please don't buy this one. Absolutely, because he's probably not even going to ship this. These lawsuits are just going to come in. I just don't get why he's doing this. If you're doing this for notoriety, people are just openly mocking you for this. If you're trying to make this as a quick scam, that's also not going to fly, because you already did this like multiple times. And even if you get one sale, like, who's gonna greenlight this? Like, I feel like you could get just you could just refund your product, especially if you use PayPal. PayPal is notorious for doing that. And even then, it's just like, there's so many vastly superior products. Literally, you can get a PC for $500 and start using certain programs to emulate old retro consoles. That's what people are doing right now. And heck, you can pay that same amount of money and get a retro gaming console. Like, for this amount of money, you can literally buy one off eBay for about that much. And if it doesn't work, you can literally, even if it doesn't work, you can buy a broken version of that and take it to a repair shop, and likely they'll have it fixed and even outfit these consoles with better modifications. Like, they're all over YouTube. How many of us have seen the Game Boy modification channels where they ship out or repair old Game Boy consoles with better triggers, rechargeable batteries, better backlight, all of that? They even show people how to do this. They're like, you could do this at home and order the parts, like for Nintendo, Sega Genesis, PlayStation 3s, PlayStation 2s. Like, I don't know. Like, at this point, it's not going to help him in any regard, and I feel like this is just not only a lawsuit waiting to happen, I feel like this is going to be a jail sentence, because courts don't like it when you waste their time. And the fact that he's repeatedly done this, I feel like they're going to make an example out of him. Like, the last thing you ever want to be is an example in a lawsuit. That is the worst possible situation, because I know I went on a tangent, but it's like in the movie Falling Down. Incredible movie. I highly recommend that you watch it at least once in your life. It's free on YouTube. Like, this is something that I didn't pick up when I first saw the movie. When the main character's ex-wife said that they were going through divorce hearings, and then she actually wanted to be lenient on him, but it's the judge who actually enforced all those harsh penalties on him. Like, she was clearly making an example out of him. And that's something you just never want in your life. And the amount of times he's done this, like, where's the end game in this? But that's it for me. Tell me your comments in the comment section below. Like, dislike, your choice. If you want to go the extra mile, sub. But that's it for me. I just talk about random video game stuff here. I post whatever I want on this channel. It's just kind of like my dumpster. I post gameplay videos, commentaries on the news. So, you know, that's what I do here. But that's it from me. Bye.